Yo, what's going on, guys? So, at the end of February, is February 24th, I was getting a bunch of Abyss of Legends gameplay for my Deathless Thanos video that I completely forgot to upload. So, that's what we're going to be doing today. This is Thanos versus the Abyss. I do have a bunch of pre-recorded gameplay, but we're going to start with just some live gameplay, jumping into the game right now, and then we'll go to the pre-recorded stuff later. So, got the full Deathless squad with us right now. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be fighting Thing, Omega Red, and Quake all right now. So let's go ahead and get to it. So it's been a while since I did all these fights now. I got to remember exactly what my game plan was. So I think Special 3 for sure. Drop at least one of those. Maybe should have dropped some Special 1s. But it's fine. I'm going to pop this. It's going to apply a passive, what are those things called? Corrosion? Yeah, corrosion. Passive corrosion. Permanent passive corrosion on him. So that's great. And he blocked that. That was my fault. That was my own fault. Come on, dude. Alright, let's actually throw it into him and not in his block. There we go. So, are we going to trigger protection or what? Looks like we're fine. Okay, come on, pal. Come on, dude. Dude. Throw it. God damn. Losing all my furies, all my effects. Alright, there we go. 8 furies. Are we triggering protection now? We must be. When I crit, right? No, no protection. Oh, there's some protection. Alright, well, we're popping the special 2. It don't matter. We'll go 3-hit combo into a heavy. Perfect. Boom. Bam. Okay, trigger protection again. It's to be expected, though. Alright, that we can counter punch. Alright, then we need 2 hits real quick. Counter punch, 2-hit combo. Come on. There we go. Alright. Cool. Alright, let's get back in there. A little relic action into a little heavy action just to try to bait this special quicker. There we go. Then special 2, don't crit. Yeah, nice. I didn't want to trigger his protection. Alright, boom. Alright, beautiful. Pop those bad boys. And again, knock him down. And then bait the special. Perfect. That counter punch. There we go. Special 2, baby. Alright. Bait this. Come on, brother. My brother. Thank you. Alright, we lost our first batch of furies. Let's get those back. There we go. Man, this fight's taking a while. I don't remember it taking so long. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. Okay. How many hits is this? Okay, I was 1 off. That's good though, because now I can counterpunch. It's actually, no, that's better. I played that good. It's all about counter punching with Deathless Thanos, man. That's the name of the game. Counter punch, counter punch, counter punch. But if they have an unblockable special, that makes things a little bit trickier. So you gotta be quick about it. Okay. Okay, he's like so close to a special 3. Alright, there we go. Ah, I triggered protection. Lame. I don't know why I did that, but we're eating a special 3. Burrito me. Burrito me. I've been burritoed. Alright. Alright, let's get out of the corner with a special 3 of our own. And now it'll be fun to try to heal all that damage back. Right, guys? Right. Wow, 3%. Not bad. Crap, there's another hit. Ah! Die. Come on, die. Die. There we go. We got him, boys. 6 minutes. But we got him. Alright. Now, moving on. These next fights shouldn't be nearly as bad or long, because we'll actually be able to armor break and armor shatter, which is a very big deal for Deathless Thanos. So not having access to that against Thing really slows us down. Plus protection, all that nonsense. Alright, let's get in here. Omega Red. This should be a nice chill fight. Nice easy one. Right? Right, Omega Red? It's gonna be easy for me, right? Alright, let's build to the special 3. We'll block this. Oh, I couldn't counterpunch it. Weird. Was I too far? It's really weird. Alright, no dilly-dallying. Let's just throw this. Got our special 3 off. We'll increase our charge gain throughout the fight, which is nice. Our maximum necrotic energy. Alright, let's knock him down. Let's get our furies cooking up. Boom. Yeah, I'm not able to counterpunch the tail end of that. I don't like that at all, bro. What the hell? That's trash. Oh, I'll have to just counterpunch the special 2, I guess. Still can't counterpunch him. Dude! Omega Red! What is with your spacing, dude? What is this guy's spacing? He just misses the counterpunch every time. What the hell? I'm gonna go for another round of special 1. Just to get a little bit more willpower, or I mean not willpower, actual healing from the Genesis passive. I'm gonna throw this with the Genesis still up. Heal me. I was expecting for more regen, but alright, whatever. There we go, I just had to run into it like an idiot. There we go, we figured it out. Alright, let's get to another. Oh. I'm not gonna have the healing. Alright, it's okay though. Boom! Drop the hammer on him. So we healed up a decent amount. 2 minutes, 41 seconds. That's way better than 6 minutes. Alright, now we got Quake. Quake and Bake up next. Let's go. Quake and Bake. Okay, so her abyssal enhancement is she constantly build up Earthquake, meter throughout the fight. When it hits 100 or we're KO'd, so don't let it hit 100. Striking Quake with a critical hit reduces the Earthquake meter by 8. Inflicting a bleed reduces it by 15. So we just need a crit. Just crit. And Thanos should be critting enough that it's fine. I'm not worried. Let's go. How's that not a parry? What the hell? Come on, lady. It shouldn't be too... It should be easy to counterpunch the special 2, but we might take some damage doing it. Alright, so drop that, drop that. There we go. Getting set up. Squisher. Alright. We'll bait the special 2. Boom. Bam. And yeah, we don't want to counterpunch the special 1. Because then we'll get the passive effects on us that could stun us. We don't want that garbage. Okay, bait. Alright, boom. 8 Furies now. Nice. Still got the Genesis passive. Pop this. Boom, boom. Yes, we got all that healing. Let's go. Alright, we're filled up to 63% health now. Okay, her charges are still fine. 9 right now. That's totally fine. There's some crits. Alright, I think we're going to go for the healing route. This is going to be... She's got a lot of health, so it's going to be a long fight, but I want to heal up. A stupid thing. Put us in a burrito. For another special 2. Boom. Boom. Alright, we're up to 72% health. Let's get the Genesis healing back. Alright. Definitely should be able to get up past 80% health. Right? Right, Thanos? Oh, that was supposed to be a counterpunch. Whoopsie. Alright, let's get special 1 off again. Keep healing. Keep counterpunching. You guys know the vibes. Nice. We're past 80%. Boom. My god, we're gonna get up to 90% health. Just about. Like, I'm not even worried about Quake or her abilities or anything. I'm literally just worrying about healing up Thanos here. It's funny. Alright, one more special 1. We might even be able to get to 100% health. Let's go for a counter punch first. Alright, special 2 and 99% health. Alright, I'm feeling pretty good now. About my health bar. Let's go for a counter punch off that. That wasn't too bad. That was not too bad at all. Alright, let's go for one more special 1. Last special 1 of the fight. Probably. And bait this. We'll counter punch. Into a fat combo. Into a relic. Into another fat combo. Into a special 2. Kaboom, kaboom. And then we drop the hammer. Boom! And that's full health Thanos after taking on the first 3 fights in Abyss. Back to back to back. Thing, Omega Red, Quake. Alright, now we're going to get some of the pre-recorded gameplay from February. Alright guys, we're back now for some more gameplay from February. And so we have DARKHAWK, then we have Luke Cage, and then we have KILLMONGER, all back to back to back. And then there's plenty more Abyss fights too that we're going to be covering in this video, man. I went hard back in February for this content. I can't believe I forgot about it for so freaking long. And so right there, looks like I was playing with my panic. But I do need to hit him with a heavy attack here soon. If I cannot get around the miss, and boom, there we go. Alright, so we got him armor broken, armor shattered. That's going to prevent the node from stealing all of our power. And then here we just want to bait the special 2 and make sure we're getting the panic. So boom, into the immediate special 1. That might not have been the best idea because I do need to get him back to a special 2. But luckily with parry combos and striker combos, we get him there pretty easily. And then boom, we block that. Alright, we get the panic up. We are countering his miss right now. Then we go for a counter punch. Drop the hammer, drop the special. There we go. This gets him right back up to 2 bars. And we're going to get the panic up again and just repeat. And I just need one more special 1 to get my 8 Furies. And then we'll be good. Then we'll be completely ramped up. So boom, we need to bait this out. Alright, there we go. Alright, boom, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then here, we're going to get up to the special 1 and immediately pop that. There we go. Now we need to bait and then counter punch once more. Ensure we get the panic up. That's really the main thing. Just keeping up the panic, keeping up our armor break, and that's really it here. And just playing around DARKHAWK's abilities. So everything's going extremely well at this point in the fight. Unfortunately, I couldn't get off the special 2 there as the knockdown. It would have given him too much power. But it's all good. Get the panic off here. Go for a little combo into Relic. And then here we're going to drop the fat special 2. Yeah, there we go. 48k, 48k. And then we need to bait. Probably should have counter punched before baiting here, but it's fine. There we go. Get the counter punch in anyways. Get the panic up. Refresh the panic. No missing for us. And then another special 2. Boop, boop. But that one was just shy of pushing him to a special 2. And it actually didn't switch his mode, which was really weird. But yeah, there we go. Boom. The heavy I did after did knock him down and did switch his modes properly. And then here we're gonna knock him down again. The fight's almost over. We needed to get back 4 more Furies. We just lost 4, and it looks like we're about to lose 4 again. I probably should have counter punched before popping that special, but it's all good. He got a little passive on us. That's fine. We get the pause now, and our armor shatter is just holding on for dear life right now, but it's still up, so refresh it. And then here I think I was just gonna go for a special 2 and try to end off the fight. So boom, pop it, only 4 Furies, and yeah, he's dead. 85,000 crit there. That is the damage cap in Labyrinth. Boom. Sub 3 minutes to drop that DARKHAWK. It was just an absolute cakewalk of a fight. But now, here we get to the second most difficult fight in all of the Abyss, in my opinion. Second only to the Nameless Collector. And that is Luke freaking Cage. So I brought some pre-fights here. We're going to give all the Odins to Thanos and also some White Magneto guidance just to benefit us, because again, this fight is not an easy one. And you know, Thanos does have a way to get free intercepts, but it's not going to work here because you need to counter punch. And here, when you need the intercept, Luke Cage is going to be not only unstoppable but also unblockable. So counter punching, intercepting is not going to work. So I need to get creative, or you know, just be a beast at intercepting otherwise. So right there, what I was trying to do was, you know, land an intercept like as the timer triggered, but my timing was a bit off. Here I'm going for a light intercept. Boom, we got that one. Not bad, not bad. Go for a little counter punch action here, and I think I'm going to go for a special attack 3. It's a good idea to get off at least one of those in, you know, long form content type of fights. So you can just build up your charges pretty much as you please and never really have to worry about running out. It just makes building them up easier, which is nice. that necrotic energy. So yeah, here we go. Bait special 2. We're going to go for a little counter punch action. And then I do need to get off another special 1 of my own. Here he throws his special, so here I see an intercept, and here I go for the first one. The light missed, but then I went for the medium intercept, and that did connect. So beautiful. There we go. And then drop another special 1 that gets us to our Fury cap of 8. Get rid of his indestructible, and now we can finally start dealing some nice damage. Here we're going to pop the special 2. Boom. We apply a bunch of corrosion debuffs. We got 9 debuffs, 1 passive right now. And now we're about to trigger the unblockable and unstoppable once again. Here we're going to bait the special, and then it looks like I think that was an accidental relic. I can't imagine I did that on purpose. Here I'm just looking for a light intercept, and he's turtling up, but boom, there we go. Nail the light intercept. All right. Go for another counter punch. There's a long period there where my effects were not paused. So I really need to be watching those counter punches, getting them when I can, because, you know, if it takes a while to land that intercept, all my stuff's just going to fall off. So right now, everything's going good. I wanted to get a counter punch and like time it perfectly there, but I don't think I intended to parry there, so that was unfortunate. And then what else is unfortunate is he triggers his indestructible during my special 2, so you know, that's a little bit annoying. And now I'm just trying to bait a special. There we go, finally. But yeah, you can see we're doing some really great damage here. Knock him down and then go for an intercept. Miss the first one, miss the next one, miss the third one, get punished too. 4th time the charm. There we go, baby. 4th time the charm. Land that intercept, and then immediately go for a counter punch because we need to get that pause. And then once again, the indestructible triggering mid special 2. At least we got 1 hit off there. It's just annoying. So block the special 2, counter punch it. There we go. Get back our Furies. Our Furies just keep falling off. We just have to keep re-triggering them. But here we go for a counter punch, you know, right before the unstoppable and unblockable triggers. Miss the first light intercept. Miss the second light intercept. Boom, 3rd light intercept connects. There we go. And we're now counter punching once again. Everything is nice and paused, getting in a nice damage cycle, getting another fresh pause. He's got his indestructible. We're going to get another counter punch, get a fresh pause, trigger the indestructible, another pause, then bait. And then here, let's see if I time this one perfectly. Nope. I intercepted a little bit too early, but then I hit another one. Wow, I'm surprised that worked because he also had power there. But there we go, that works. And then I don't think I intended to go to the special 3 there. Yeah, I skipped it. I was not trying to get there, but it's fine. You can see right now I have 80 of our necrotic energy. That's max. We're sitting at max energy right now. So I need to get off to a special 2 so we can apply a buttload of those corrosion debuffs. And now we have 2 corrosion passives from throwing 2 special 3s in the fight, which is really, really good. So there's the unstoppable, unblockable. Boom, nail the intercept right after the special. There's the indestructible as well. All right, boom. Now everything's on cooldown. The unstoppable, the unblockable, the indestructible. Now we can just go to town and get off some big damage. But we do need to bait a special first. There we go. I don't get the counter punch though, and then but I do. I just got the counter punch before our Furies fell off again. And then here we drop this, and do we land the immediate intercept? First 2 lights are a miss, but then. What was that? That one worked somehow. Okay. That's a weird one. But I guess we'll take it. But yeah, man, this fight's going really good. He's already down to 16% health. Definitely was probably the hardest fight I did in here, aside from the Collector with Thanos. But he absolutely works. You just got to be landing those intercepts. So here, I missed time. I mistimed that, but I used my relic as a safety precaution, and it did protect me. And then, boom, hit the immediate light intercept after his special. There's definitely some intercepting timing after they throw a special. There's like a very short window where you linger, and then there's a very good chance that they dash at you. And I was really taking advantage of those intercepts in this match, or I was trying to at least. So, boom, there's Abyss Luke Cage taken down by Deathless freaking Thanos. A little bit over 5 minutes. Pretty difficult fight, but we finished it with pretty much full health. Unboosted too. No boost on that man. So yeah, I was feeling really, really good after that fight. And now we are going to have another fight here, and that is Killmonger. So, you know, Deathless Thanos is incredible for Killmonger because you just drop a heavy, keep him armor broken, armor shattered the entire fight, and you're good. So there is an abyssal enhancement here. The generic skill one, it's I swear it's something with ability accuracy, and it's like only supposed to work on special attacks or something to that effect. I think that's the abyssal ability here. I didn't even bother reading it. I just went in. I was thinking like it should be fine. Deathless Thanos should be absolutely fine here. So start the fight, building up some of my furies. I should definitely focus on, you know, getting him armor shattered right there. I just triggered some kind of fat reverberation. So I'm just kind of chilling, not trying to take that damage. And then here we go. Bait that out. The reverberation has expired. Get a little counterpunch. Pause our fury buffs. And we're about to trigger the reverberation again here. But we're at 28. So we're almost at 30. So if I can drop this, boom. So what I did there, because I wasn't sure if just a heavy attack would apply the armor break and armor shatter because of the whole ability accuracy stuff. So what I did was I charged the heavy and then immediately threw the special, which does auto apply the armor break and armor shatter before the special. So I don't know if it would have still applied if I didn't do that, but I did that as a precautionary measure. But yeah. Everything's going great now. We are essentially fully ramped, getting our pauses. He is just perma armor broken, essentially, as long as I keep everything paused. So we never have to worry about reverberation or anything like that. Everything's going really great at this point. And I think, am I going to go for a special 3 or am I just going to drop special 2? Let's see here. I think I am going to go for 1 special 3 in this fight. It's just a good idea to go for in the longer form fights. So boom, counter punch into a heavy, into the special 3. There we go. So again, it's going to increase our max cap. It doesn't increase the cap, and just allows us to build the necrotic energy faster. I keep wanting to say neutronium, but I think that's Maestro's stuff. Necrotic energy is Deathless Thanos's. I keep getting them confused in my head. But yeah, I think his base cap is like 60, and then with the special 3 it goes to 80, I think. But yeah, right there, block the special, get the pause here. We're at our maximum energy right now. Necrotic energy, so boom, drop this, 22k crit, 48k, 48k non-crit. Not too shabby. We need a bait here. Our armor break's about to fall off. Boom. Alright, there we go, get the counter punch. I had just one single fury buff fall off there. So I'm going to throw a special one just to get that one singular fury buff back. I think I was also trying to get a little bit of healing with the Genesis passive as well. That was kind of in my mind. You know, who doesn't like finishing fights with a full yellow bar? Yeah, I think that's what I was doing. Refresh that Genesis passive. And then we go to town with a big fat combo into a relic, into another fat combo, into a heavy, into a special 2. And there is Abyss Killmonger down, and we're finishing with 98% health, man. Just walking through the Abyss right now. Alright, let's see what we got next. Yo, what's up, guys? We're back. So that was a bunch of Abyss action. Thanos running through a bunch of different fights. Howard the Duck, Ghost, Iron Man, Joe Fixit, Green Goblin, Punisher. All cakewalk for Deathless Thanos, bro. Now we're on to Invisible Woman. You know, I highly doubt you've seen Deathless Thanos fight this Abyss Invisible Woman. There's multiple Abyss Invisible Womans on the map. The one, you know, like right after Iron Man when you first come in, I'm sure you've seen that. But this Invisible Woman, I think not. The one that is 2 fights away from the Abyss Collector, probably you haven't seen Thanos fight this one. But yeah, I mean, it's the exact same fight. This one's just so deep. But yeah, Thanos is such an incredible Invisible Woman counter. So much damage for the force field. And yeah, with panic, no missing. So she's cooked. Alright guys, that brings us to the final fight of the Abyss, and that is the Nameless Collector. So, you know, when I first started this run, I was not expecting to go all the way. I planned to go to about probably like where that Joe Fixit fight. That was probably where I was planning on ending. Because, you know, I brought Sim Supreme for the Captain Marvel, I brought Human Torch for the Mephisto, and, you know, that was supposed to really be it. But then I was having so much fun back in February. I was like, you know what, let's keep going. So if I had prepped for a collector fight, my team would have been different. I definitely would have brought in, you know, White Magneto guidance, maybe some other synergies, maybe some other stuff. I don't know. But I didn't. So I'm just jumping in here like raw. I have never been good at fighting the collector. But I was thinking like, but I got Thanos, so let's see what he can do. You know, this is really. I don't think I was boosted at all. I should have boosted up for this fight, but the collector is insane. Like the fight has just started. He's already taken a quarter of my health. The guy that he is, this little scumbag. And yeah, as you can see, I am no MSD when it comes to evading the collector's specials. I'm just getting rocked by them. So, yeah, very, very rough start, but it's not over yet. So, when we finally get off our special one, and then he evades. But here we're able to counterpunch that special attack. I didn't get hit by it. Improvement. That's good. We drop another special one. That's going to give us our max of 8 Furies. And what feels really good about using Thanos here is that, you know, his heavy attack, you can just kind of use that whenever and applies that passive stun to the collector. It's really good because then he won't evade us or, you know, any other crazy BS. Also having the panic is nice, but he does have tenacity. So you never know what exactly this dude's going to shrug. And then at this point I have that red thing on me and I don't know what that means. So I was like, heavy? And it worked! It got rid of it. So I was like, oh, cool. All right. Unfortunately, here I wasn't able to counterpunch, and here I just kind of refresh my fury effects. Here he goes passive, unstoppable buff, but I just gotta chill. There's nothing Thanos can do against those. So just kind of chilling, just kind of taking this a little bit slow. We were able to you know, kind of heal up from the Genesis passive on the special one, which is nice. So I need to get off a heavy here, I guess, and I just need to bait a special, and he is not throwing it. I'm like, brother, you were so trigger happy at the start of the fight. Where did that collector go? And then here, he's evading me. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this heavy off. And no, I lose 25,000 health right there. That should not have happened. Maybe I thought I just had to knock him down. Well, either way, I was too late. So yeah, that was a fat burst of damage that I absolutely should have and could have avoided. And then here my Furies fall off and he just keeps evading me. Like, ugh. It might have also been a pretty decent idea to stack up multiple special 3s just to get, you know, like right now you can see he's taking damage per tick. Two ticks per second for the rest of this fight. That is a passive corrosion. Yeah, a corrosion passive that's permanent. So now we got 2 of those ticking, which is nice. Which is definitely not a bad idea. So we've taken off about 40%, which is really good. I don't think I've ever taken off this much health of the Nameless Collector with any other champion in the game ever. Not that I've really tried, but, you know, I remember when I was going through the Abyss, you know, I was using Aegon for this collector, and I would just use up whatever boosts I had. 5-star Aegon, by the way. I would just use up all my boosts, boost up big, and just go in with Aegon and just do as much as damage as I could before I died. That was my strategy for taking this guy down. And yeah, I can assure you, I never brought him to 55%. Didn't even ever come close. Like, I feel like 20% was probably like the greatest run I had ever gotten with an Aegon. So Deathless Thanos is doing great here. He's absolutely surpassing my expectations. Like, he's keeping me in this fight, dude. It's not me. I don't know how to fight this collector. It is not me. It is him. Thanos is Himothy. Yeah, now the collector keeps going unstoppable, which is really annoying. And again, just trying to bait out a special. There we go. He throws it. We are able to counter punch the into the special, which is great. We have so much of our charges right now, so we drop the special to all of our energy gets consumed, and we only applied 3 corrosion debuffs because I guess his tenacity went crazy. So that sucked. That really sucked. I feel like throwing that special 2 there might have actually just been a blunder. Maybe should have just thrown some special 1s, tried to focus on healing, or throw the special 3s to get the passive corrosions. But here we get hit with the stuns from his special, and he just keeps on spamming specials here. I think I dexed out of that one for like the first ever time, which was cool. So here, get a little counter punch, get the pause, and then special 3. It's not looking good, man. We've fallen down to 9% health. We're going to get a tiny bit of adrenaline healing, get back to 11%. And that's it. I pushed him just to 3 bars. So that's all she wrote. But I'm really proud of that, dude. We brought him to 40% in the very first attempt. Very first attempt, you know, that's phenomenal. I'm really, really happy with that. So yeah, guys, that is going to be rank 4, 7-star Deathless Thanos, just decimating the entirety of Abyss of Legends, man. So crazy. Again, this was back in February. I don't know why it took me so long to upload this. I think I was just uploading a lot of Deathless Thanos content at that time. I thought maybe you guys were getting sick of it. That might be why. I don't know. But yeah, drop a like for all the gameplay, all the solos. Subscribe to the channel if you would like to see more. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all have a great, wonderful day. Peace.